Hi everybody, my name is Shannon. Welcome to my channel, Another Yarn. Thank you so much for joining me today. I greatly appreciate it. Oh yes, I am quite dressed up, as one should be if they are going to high tea at the castle. So today I'm filming this on my actual birthday, and hubby and I, along with my mother-in-law, the three of us, had such a blast. We went to Erie Castle in Colorado Springs, Colorado, and we had high tea. It was absolutely wonderful. I've got some pictures. Well, they're on my mother-in-law's phone. She's going to give them to me. We have some pictures of the tea that they got to choose. We had a whole menu of teas that you could choose from, and then there were pastries and sandwiches and finger food. It was divine. So they picked the peach mint tea, which sounds absolutely wonderful, and I had a delicate cherry rose. So with their tea, and everyone got their very own teapot, and it was so much fun. So when they got their tea and they're pouring it, it was blue. It looked like it came out of an ink pot. It was hilarious. So my husband thought that maybe I had pranked them, and that if they drank this tea, which really did taste wonderful, their teeth were going to be blue. So he didn't want to smile and show his teeth because he thought maybe it was a prank. It was not a prank. It was the funniest thing ever. It was, I'm not really sure, but it was a very divine, had a wonderful bubblegum mint smell to it. And yeah, like I said, we all had our own tea and we had all of our finger foods. Oh, it was so amazing. What a wonderful way to spend a birthday. I do have some pictures that I will put on because, yeah, I mean, we went to the castle and had tea. The day was gorgeous, absolutely beautiful. And I am going to do another wardrobe change in a little bit because our family pictures are going to be in blue. That's the theme, is the blue and the white. And my daughter's already told me if I wore my orange dress, I kept teasing her, I'm going to wear my orange dress. She's like, I will Photoshop that, and in my house, you will be wearing a blue dress. So I have to figure out what I'm going to wear. I don't think I have a blue dress, but I do have something that's blue and white, and I can fit in with everybody else. I love this, but this again is not the theme, but this is quite, see, and I did wear it. Look, see, I commented that I would maybe grab my hat and everything, my highfalutin hat, and pin that on, which is exactly what I did, and go out to high tea. Oh my gosh, that was great. And then to top it all off, I know I didn't need it. Did I urge it? Did I maybe bring it up? I might have. I'm no shame. I might have brought it up. Where did I just set that? It's right. Did I just? It's right here. It's right in front of me. I might have egged this on, right? This little, yeah, I might have, right? So we did go to Everything Alpaca, which is the local to me yarn store, and absolutely wonderful. And I knew, since it's my birthday, hubby was going to go in and he was going to pick out things that he wanted to get me. And he generally picks things out for me that I won't pick for myself because, yeah, he doesn't care about the cost. He's just like, I'm going to get you some things. And it was really kind of funny because my mother-in-law and I were both in with him. And there were some things I'm like, you already got me that. Like, you already got me that. And he's like, well, I obviously have good taste. So I did have a little bit of sway and a little bit of influence. So I'm like, you got me that one already. You did that one already. So there was a little bit of a difference. And funny enough, so that beautiful orange, I actually tried to get him to put the orange back. He's like, no, you're getting that orange. This gorgeous thing. I mean, I am so spoiled, and in such a wonderful way. We spoil each other so much, and I'm good with it. I am so good with that. That is amazing. This gorgeousness is Madeline Tosh, and this bright, bright orange. This is citrus. Look at that. How beautiful. Madeline Tosh is just stunning. We know I like oranges, and I do have some other, I think more of it's downstairs. I do have more of the Madeline Tosh yarn. Hubby did get me some of the Madeline Tosh in some beautiful, gorgeous colors. I thought it was sitting right here, but maybe it's over in that cabinet there for Mother's Day that I have to make a shawl with. I had picked out a shawl. I don't believe I had orange in my stuff. I wanted it, right? But it didn't really match with the other colors that I picked. But we know I love orange. So he got this. Oh, if you're not familiar, it's fingering weight yarn. Yeah, of course it's a fingering weight yarn. He knows. If you're not familiar, this is 100 grams, 420 yards, 100% superwash merino wool. He was thinking a pair of socks and he said, no, I don't think socks, that's too soft. He knows, right? Can you make socks with it? Yes. Will they get a hole in them quickly? Yes, they will. But that doesn't mean you can't make socks with them. It's just how fast do you want to have to make new ones and replace them? Or if you did make socks with them, have them as feet in the air socks, meaning you put them on because it's the end of the day and you're tired and you have your feet up on an ottoman and glass of water, wine, milk, hot cocoa, coffee, doesn't matter. Sitting next to you, drinking it like me with the high tea, right? With your finger in the air, all kinds of bougie. Yes, that's what I mean by feet in the air socks. So if you wanted to make socks out of this, of course you can. You can. But just know that they will wear out really quick if you're walking on them. Yeah, that's because they don't have all the nylon in it. All right, they will wear out some. Now the one that he picked, and he wanted to get me 2 of these. Look at that. That is the Pack-A-Pads. I have not worked with the Pack-A-Pads before. This is another fingering weight yarn. Isn't that beautiful? It's a pretty purple. This one is, and the color is Sangria. Like I said, he wanted 2, and he wanted it for a reason, which is why I'm like, no, we don't need to do that. Thank you very much. This is hand wash, machine wash, and cold water. You know, obviously you care. These are more delicate socks, not to the same degree as this, but you know, more delicate, not the opal sock yarn, not the hard wearing. You know, hand wash or machine wash in cool water with an item placed in the mesh bag, lay flat to dry. You want to be a little more special care. Yes, you can put them in the machine. Be careful with it because you want it to last, whatever you make with it. And this is also 100 grams, 440 yards, 20% superfine alpaca, 65% superwash wool, and 15% nylon. Now, he wanted 2 of these, and the reason he wanted them is so I could make matching his and hers socks. Okay, we created a monster with this. I did matching socks with the colorway Blood of My Enemies from a Blackbird Sycamore yarn, and he loved that idea. He thinks that's amazing. So he's like, yes, you can make these matching socks. So we got the one for him, and if I get right on it quickly, I'm pretty sure he'll sneak over to the store and buy the other skein. So that's, you know, there's that. I'm like, no, we don't need matching socks. He's like, yes, we do. Okay. So another one that I thought was fun is this. It's Universal Yarns. It's named Fawning, and it is 70% baby alpaca, 30% extra fine merino wool. This is a number 3 lightweight yarn, hand wash, cool, dry, flat, which makes sense. I mean, it's got all those wonderful things in it. And here you go. Can we get it to, there we go, Fawning. So it's Universal Yarns Fawning. I don't know if Premier Yarns has this on their website or not, because Premier Yarns does have a universal section, and they will have things that are not on sale, not on clearance. So this would be one of them that would be there if they have it. That I don't know. But that is a wonderful feeling yarn, and she just got it in. So this is everything alpaca, just got in. Did I say number 3 lightweight? I might have. And she had to put stickers on it. It hadn't been entered into the ticketing system or anything. She had this color, a gorgeous green, a light blue. I went with this one kind of for a reason. I don't know. One of the other things that she's like, hey, we got new glitz in. I'm like, what's glitz? I don't know what you're talking about, but I want to see that. And it intrigued me. And I'm not one to go for all the novelty yarns, which is kind of funny because I know I have some. Okay, I say that, but yet I do have, what is this? Like this. This is just a little run-along yarn with a little tiny sequins, and I know I have one in orange, or I have part of one in orange because I used it. Yeah, something like that. So I do have a few of those, but in general, I don't do a lot of the run-along yarns like that. You pair it with something else. You don't play with that by itself. You pair it with something else, and then you've got this beautiful little green sequins on that one. Well, this is called Make It Rainbow Glitz. Look at that. It looked like a party. It looked like a party in a little ball, whatever you want to call this. It's wrapped around cardboard, you know, one of those cardboard cores. And it had a lot of yardage in it. Again, it's a carry-along thing. It's not thick at all. You use it with something else, and it matches everything. Because it's like, you know, something threw up. The rainbow threw up, right? It went on black. That's what happened in this thing. What a descriptive way to put it. So this is terrible. Absolutely terrible. This is tweed, knit, and thread is what it says. Make It Rainbow Tweed, Knit, and Thread. She didn't have any samples with it. The rep did, but the rep didn't leave those. So she has seen it worked up and she was giving me some ideas, running this with something else to make a hat. And by the way, I'm still behind 3 hats because I just bought yarn to make 3 hats from her shop and I haven't wound any of that. But that's here nor there. And this is Rico Designs is the yarn creative. Rico Designs. Let's go ahead. Let's do that. There we go. You get a chance to see it. And it's 50 grams, 525 meters. That tells you it's a lot of yardage. Very, very light. And it's meant to be run with something else. Let's see. See? There we go. There. But it's just adding some color, some, you know, glitz, glamour, whatever you want to call it, with what have you. And I thought these two would be pretty amazing together. Pretty much anything would be amazing with this, right? Just to add some sparkle to what have you. And then she had in the sale, she's got, oh my gosh, if you are close to Castle Rock, everything alpaca is in Castle Rock, Colorado. If you are close and looking for a yarn store, it is worth the drive. It really is. She has a sale bin. I mean, she's got great yarns anyway, but she has a sale bin and she just put a whole bunch more stuff in it, which she's always doing. Absolutely amazing. Look at this one. This is Aracunia Nubel, named after the Serene Nubel River in Chile. I bet I massacred every one of those words. This is a 75% wool, 25% silk, #1 weight yarn, 272 yards, 50 grams. Look at that. That is spectacular. This is in the sale bin. That's right. This gorgeous stuff that feels so amazing. This is in the sale bin. So regular price, this is $16 and she has it $10. $10 in the sale bin. So when she puts things in the sale bin, it's not, I mean, sure, she's got some that are like 10, 15% off. I'm sure, well, I haven't gone and checked everything, but you know, some of them have bigger sales than others. That's a good way to put it. But $6 off, yeah, yes, please. She had this beautiful fuchsia. She had red. She had a burnt orange. Surprised I didn't get the burnt orange. So am I. Burnt orange, and she had a chocolate brown that was, I was, no joke, really smitten with the chocolate brown and the burnt orange. So why did I get the fuchsia? I don't know, because everything else on the, because this stuff, and it matched, right? That's why, because there you go. Surprised I didn't get peach, consider all the peach that I'm wearing. And I thought that would be pretty cool too, because this is so thin and this is a #1 weight, and that would be just a really pretty lacy scarf, something. I don't know how well it would hold up as far as draping wise or blocking. I have no clue. I do not know. This is going to be hand wash. I know that. If you made something with it together, you can hand wash it too. Let's see. What does it say? Let's see what's made from this. And this was $12.50. So I thought, you know, I will get it for $12.50. I didn't get a bunch of them, just the one. Get that for $12.50 and see what I can do with it. Right? And then mix it with this or one of the other things. I don't know. I mean, this is just, how beautiful is that? Which one? What do you think? I mean, I don't know. They're gorgeous. I mean, even those two. Those two would be great with a color work, except this is a 1 weight and this is a 3 weight. But whatever. You know, we got talents. We got talents. This. I was going to say what's in it, wasn't I? I don't know. I'm just babbling at this point. I'm excited. Okay. I had a great day. We went to the castle. We're having family pictures. We're going to eat together. I mean, it has been, I got yarn. I mean, hello, it's my birthday. And even if it wasn't my birthday, I would swear it was my birthday, because all those things, it's got to be your birthday. It just does. That type of celebration, it has to be your birthday. Yeah, that's it. Oh, and then while we were at the castle, sidetrack. So since it was my birthday, they also gave 2 pieces of a homemade chocolate. It had like this gold dust on it. They looked like little truffles, and it was so pretty, and it was just in its own little box and everything, and they make them in house, and it's like, happy birthday, this is your, you know, your sweet gift and everything. And I looked at hubby and I said, oh look, 2 pieces, just enough not to share. Of course I shared with him. We were busting up laughing. I mean, me, my hubby, mother-in-law, we were cracking up. He wasn't going to say anything. He's like, honey, it's your birthday chocolate. You can eat it if you want to. Of course I shared with him, but it was hilarious. There's 2 pieces, just enough not to share. He's my sweetie. We've been married for 34 years. Yes, I shared with that man. And maybe the nice thing on that would have been, here, honey, you have a whole piece of chocolate. I have a whole piece of chocolate. Nope. I bit it in half and gave it to him and then bit the other one in half, right? So, I mean, we're married for a lot of years. That's how we shared. It was so much more fun that way. All right, so let's see what is this made of? What is this made of, right? We're here to talk about yarn, but I'm telling you, I had a great day. I just can't stop. I'm like, ooh, it's having fun. This is tiny print. It says it's tiny. That's what it says. It says 41% acrylic. Okay, it's got lots of languages. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's written in 7 languages. I got to see acrylic in 7 different languages. And English is the third one. Okay, polyamide, 33% polyamide, 16% viscose, 10%, all right, where's the English one? Metallic fiber, metallicized fiber. Yep, there you go. Garden, yeah, look at that. Well, can we get it to focus? There we go. Get my face out of the way. There. So you guys get to see multiple languages. That's pretty cool. And as far as washing, it's got all the symbols. It says you can wash it. Okay, that's 30 degrees, so it can be washed. And I think the triangle is, the triangle's bleach. I know that. Erin Crafting Kitty, she says no triangle, right? So it's no triangle, so no bleaching. I think it's lay flat to dry because it's got the X in the square with the circle in it. It says iron. It doesn't have an X on the iron, which is interesting. And then it has an X in the circle by itself. And I don't know, is that dry clean? I don't know what that is. I don't know what all of those things mean. So this is just a run along glitzy thread. And I think that'll be, oh, look at this. Yeah, I have to make up my sun socks. I haven't finished them yet. Look at that. Okay, so this is the Blackbird Sycamore Black Opal yarn. Is that not the same? I mean, it's not, but look at that. That's crazy. Right? This is like the glitzy version of this. I mean, there's some similarities. No, it's not the exact same. We know that. But how cool is that? No, I don't have a palette. No, I don't. No, I don't go for certain things. Not at all. Look at that, right? Wow, that is really cool. And no, I didn't realize that. All right, so what does this one say? Pretty sure it's going to be that hand wash. Yep, hand wash, don't bleach. F is one of the dry cleaning symbols. Don't dry, lay flat to dry. And it does. Is that really an iron? You can iron this. I wouldn't iron it, but you can iron this. Okay. And then buy enough of the same dye, blah, blah, blah. We know that. We know this. So that is the yarn haul that my husband got me as the surprise. Okay, I egged it on. I did mention the yarn store is open. Okay, so I did egg that on. Did I have a feeling he would show up? Yeah, it's my husband. And he's like, okay. This was his thing. All right, if we go, I get to pick out what I want for you. And that's always a dangerous thing with him. Because again, he will pick out things that I won't get for myself. He will. And then he doesn't just get one of them. He wants to get multiple of them, which is hilarious, right? And it was funny because he did pick out things that he's picked out for me before because, right, we both have tastes. We know how that works. And this is the one that, I should have let him get both of them. This is the one he wanted to get both. They had 2 of them. And the reason he wanted them is to make matching socks for me and him. So this is what he wants. And since he's the one, God love him. I'm telling you, he does the laundry and I don't say nothing, right? I am so thankful and so appreciative. I'll say nothing. So since he's the one that does the laundry, hand wash socks, I don't think he cares. He's the one that puts the stuff in there. So, you know, and truthfully, and I've said this to him before because at least one of my handmade sweaters has made it into both wash machine and dryer. It was the Broco Remix Light sweater. The Derecho is the name of that sweater. And that one is supposed to be, you know, more of a gentle wash and then lay flat to dry. Just as an aside, for anyone who may or may not have that yarn, it made it through the wash, made it through the dry. I believe it shrunk just a little bit, which was fine because the sweater was too big for me as it is. And just kind of felted down just a tad bit. Nothing bad, nothing deteriorating on the fabric. It still looked amazing. It's very soft, very cozy, very comfortable. Would I recommend that you do it that way? Of course not. But it survived and it looks great and okay. And even if it would have shrunk and maybe fit my daughter who's tiny compared, you know, I mean, she's 5'4", I'm 5'8", right? The weight wise, we're not going there. Yeah, huge differences. Even if it would have shrunk and fit her, I wouldn't have said anything. Why? Because I'm not stupid and I'm not the one doing the laundry. Oh no. And if that's the case and it bothered me, separate your stuff and hand wash the things you need hand washed, right? I'm not saying nothing. I'm not stupid because if I say something and complain, I now have that chore. Nope. I just say, thank you very much, sweetie. I appreciate it. Nope. So that's, Gotta know when to be smart, right? Gotta know when to be smart. So that was my absolutely wonderful part of the day. Had such a blast. The day for me is not even over. I know we're gonna have more fun stuff. I'm sure I'll have more stories and everything for tomorrow's video on what we did for the last half of the day. And hopefully there were a few pictures in this video of our visit down to the castle. We didn't take a lot, because, you know, we were just enjoying being there. Would have been nice to get one in front of I mean, the castle's huge, so it'd be quite a ways away to get a good picture of it. And we got some good scenery pictures, but not necessarily. I think I was in awe. Okay, we drove up and you could see right when the trees broke and everything, and you could see the castle. I'm like a little girl. I'm like, oh, look, we're here. We made it to the castle. Just like a schoolgirl. They were giggling at me and they're like, okay, she's excited. Yes, I am. It's the little things in life that should be able to give us joy. The reason being is we have so many more little things in life than we do big ones. Because if the only time you're going to be happy and excited is like today, my birthday, right? Then you're going to be sad a lot, because the birthday only comes around once a year. And little things come around multiple times throughout the year. So learn how to take your joy from those things. Learn how to be happy and satisfied from all the little things. And you know what? You'll be a happier person. You'll be smiling. You'll be happier. And people are like, what are you doing? Why are you happy? Why am I miserable? Because you're only looking for your birthday. And I'm looking for every day. It just happens to be my birthday today. But I'm looking for every day, because there's so many blessings and there's so many wonderful things around us. And there's so many things that you can look at and take joy from. Do you have a skinny yarn? There. You can take joy from that. I'm telling you. We got yarn, we got needles, we got stuff. You can take joy from the smallest of things. With that, I'm going to go ahead and let you guys go. You guys have a great day, night, evening, whatever it happens to be. And I will talk to you again later. Bye-bye.